What's up, family? How you doing? Welcome to another video from Tony Rome. Um, I like to say, give a shout out to Rodrigo Garcia. He was a victim of a robbery down in Medellin, Colombia, and I want to share this video with you. He's going to explain about what happened. And matter of fact, he is coming live on my show next week, so make sure. Um, I want you to subscribe to his channel first. Subscribe to Rodrigo Garcia's channel. It was very nice of him to allow me to share this footage with you. And we're going to do a live interview next week. So make sure you subscribe to Rodrigo Garcia's channel. It's down at the description. And also subscribe to this channel also. Hit the like button and notification bell for more updates, because I'm going to drop that live video, and he's going to explain exactly what happened. So what I want to do on this video, I want to show you, this is his video from his channel. I did ask for his permission. I did speak with him, and this was a very traumatizing experience. Getting robbed is not a very good thing to go through. I have never been robbed before, and God forbid, I hope I never do. But is Medellin becoming more dangerous? I don't know. It seems like it is, because I shared with you guys the last video I did about the taxi driver. And some of y'all left a message in the comment section saying that if he would have thought that the camera was much more expensive, more valuable, or more expensive as possibly, I could have gotten robbed for that cameras. But I had to convince him. What I did was, I was convincing him that the camera was worthless, that it was cheap, and it wouldn't serve no purpose if he was thinking about trying to rob me for the camera. But check this video out. I want you to leave in the comment section, do you think that this was a setup? Because this story gets very interesting, so check this out.
Hurto de modalidad fleteo se registraron en las últimas horas en Medellín. Uno de ellos ocurrió en la avenida regional a la altura de la calle 30, cuando los ocupantes de una moto le arrebataron a los ocupantes de una camioneta gris sus pertenencias. Las autoridades ya identificaron.
What you see here supposedly are the two robbers that robbed him. So I want you to pay closely attention to the video. It's going to show you in different angles.
Las placas de la motocicleta Yamaha en la que los delincuentes escaparon. Un segundo hecho ocurrió en inmediaciones del Centro Comercial El Tesoro en El Poblado, cuando dos hombres que se movilizaban.
What is up, you guys? It's your boy Rodrigo, live from California. We're not in Colombia right now, man. We are in Cali. See the palm trees? Yes, sir. And unfortunately, you guys, it is not clickbait. Your boy did get robbed, man. I got robbed in Medellin, Colombia, guys. You know, I never thought it would happen to me, man, but it happened, and I just kind of wanted to come in here and share my thoughts with you guys on everything, how everything happened. Now, it was about 2.5 weeks ago, so I had a lot of time to really process it and you know, just really break everything down. Obviously, it was a very, very traumatic experience. You know, I've never had a gun pointed in my head, man, in another country, you know, and anywhere for that matter. But it was really scary, guys. So the first few days, I was just like, you know, thank God I'm alive, thank God I'm alive, which thank God I'm alive. But I didn't really consider like what that did to me, man. It kind of really messed me up. It messed up the routine that I was in. They messed up the path that I was going in. They stole my camera, which is what I was filming all my content with for you guys. They stole my chain, you guys. It was in my backpack, but they still stole my backpack that had the camera, had the chain, had some cash, had a cologne that I had just bought from Chanel. Guys, in general, it was like maybe like $5,000 worth of stuff, which is like about 20 millones de pesos for y'all that live here. So yeah, it was a pretty big dent, but more than anything, it was just like, damn, it happened, you know. So First thing first, I don't, I haven't changed my mind about Colombia at all. I love Colombia. I think it's amazing. I think that, for all the good that it has, um, it's just worth it for me. I'm looking at buying in properties there and eventually living there, just because when you come to the States, it's cool out here as well, man, but I just feel like it's a better fit for me in Colombia. But what I want to do is I want to share with you guys how I got robbed and hopefully help you guys so that the same thing doesn't happen to you. So what ended up happening, you guys, was that they robbed me. I'm gonna post the video because we actually even came out of the news. But they robbed me in La Avenida Regional. So for those of you guys who know, that's pretty much the road that takes you from El Poblado towards Envigado, and it's a big street. And they robbed me around 4 p.m. in the afternoon on a weekday. And the way that it happened was that I had the window down, and some motorcycles came on the right side, on the left side.
One thing I always do when I'm in a Uber or maybe a taxi, I probably won't be doing taxis anymore, but I mostly do Uber. I always drive with the windows up. Always drive with the window up. And if you guys notice, when I was doing a video, which didn't get very many views at all, but when I was on my way to Sweet George's Cafe, I apologize for having the camera down because I did have the window um, down a little bit because it was getting kind of hot. But I have heard stories that the motos, if you have the window down, and you can even have the camera or your phone, like almost like where your lap is. I have heard stories that they can actually drive by the window and actually reach all the way down and grab your phone or your camera right off your hands, even when you don't have it even close to the window. That's how resilient some of these criminals are.
A motorcycle in the front and in the back, they all had weapons. They stopped us. I was with my buddy and put a gun in my head and just took everything, man. And it happened within 30 seconds, man. And that's how it happened. So the number one lesson that I would teach you guys to not get robbed is don't have the window down. And I know this is something that we all hear when we first go to anywhere in Latin America, but guys, sometimes we do let our guard down. And especially me going, for 3 years to Colombia, nothing happened to me ever. I was like, man, it's hot as hell. The AC wasn't working, so I was like, I'm gonna put the window down. And guys, you just can't let your guard down, man, because if you do, things like that will happen. People get robbed there's about 14,000 robberies last year in Colombia within that, with motorcycles going and snatching your phone.
Did you just hear what he just said? 14,000 robberies. That's a lot of robberies. That's a lot.
Grabbing backpacks, grabbing purses. It's petty theft. They do it very often. I don't even know if the gun's real. The guy had a revolver, guys, but I wasn't gonna risk it, man. I said, hey, please spare my life, man, because you just don't know, man. And nothing material is worth you losing your life, man, because man, your life is so much more valuable. These things you can go and get. You can go make more money. You can go get a new chain. You can go get a new backpack, a new camera. But your life, man, it's one. So, anyways, my point is the windows. Have the windows up. There's a reason why most of these people that have money in Colombia, South America, they have trucks with their windows tinted as hell all the way to the top, man. And you're giving yourself the best odds. If they really wanted to come after you, then that don't really matter. But hey, give yourself the best odds. Now, that's number one, windows. Number two, it goes even deeper than that, you guys. Don't take out big amounts of money in an ATM.
I talked about this before about the ATMs. That's why when I go to Colombia, I stay in the Santa Fe Poblado area because they have the mall there. And the mall has the ATMs in the inside. So what I do is I take my money out of the ATM and then I will go to another store, maybe adjacent to the ATM. Because they got stores all inside the mall. I did plenty of videos about it. Why do you think, guys, why do you think I will spend so much time at the mall? Because when I take my money out the ATM at the mall, I will go maybe to a store. There's a store there called Jumbo's. There's another store in there that I will spend, some time inside the stores. So I just don't take the money out and then just rush out. You know what I'm saying? You don't want to establish a pattern, because if you establish a pattern, then certain people may see you come to that certain ATM machine at a certain time, and that could be a red flag of you probably getting robbed. So be very careful with the ATMs. And the minimum amount that I get out of the ATM is no more than 300,000 pesos. I do not take enormous amount of cash out of ATMs. Okay, because you are being watched. You may not know, but you are being watched.
Period. Because there's so many conspiracy theories going on with my friends in Colombia, my family in the States, that I just don't even know what it is anymore. But the fact of the matter is that I had never been robbed before, and all of a sudden I get robbed the day that I go to the ATM. Well, I go to the bank with my friend. It wasn't even my money. So I'm gonna make a long story short, man, because it's really long. But to make a long story short, my friend took out $10,000 from Banco Colombia in the mall called Unicentro.
That's a lot of money. I wonder if it's $10,000. I think it's $10,000. I'm gonna tell you this: when you go into a foreign country, please be careful about moving large amounts of cash. You know what I'm saying? Or withdrawing large amount of cash, because that right there puts a bullseye on you. Okay?
Centro Comercial Unicentro. He took out money because he needed to send money to BBVA, another bank. He needed to do it through cash. I don't know why he couldn't do it online, but anyways, because he sent it to a foreigner or something like that. But anyway, so he got the money out. In that same mall, downstairs was BBVA. He put the money in my backpack because I was with him and I have my camera in my backpack, so I always have my backpack with me. So he put the money in there. We go to BBVA and we send the money right away. We were never gonna leave that mall with all that money, like we're doing the smart thing, the responsible thing. But guys, criminals don't do that. Criminals don't know that. So maybe the criminals thought that we went to go take out more money, or I don't know. They just thought that there was a big amount of money in there, because when they robbed us, in the video I'm gonna show you guys, we came on the news, they go for my backpack, the red backpack, then everything else, but they didn't go for anything else. And all my friends are saying they're not gonna put themselves at risk in the middle of the day for something that they don't even might not know is there. Like, they knew what they were going for. They were clear, la tenían clara. And guys, they stole the backpack and there was nothing in there. But the point is, my friend took out $10,000 from Banco Colombia. We went to the other bank, we sent it to that person, and we left. Within 10 minutes, the robbery happened. So either, number one, it could have been the same person from the teller from Banco Colombia that sent out a signal that these guys are leaving with 10 grand, 40 millones, 30 millones de pesos, 40, whatever it may be. It's 40 million to be exact. And
So let me ask you a question. Do you think the bank teller was responsible for the robbery? Do you think he was actually set up? Because he said when he put the money into his bag, that's what the criminals went after. They went after the bag. So this is really scary, man. This is something.
he probably sent out the signal. And he didn't know that we went to BBVA. That's why I'm thinking it was him. Because if it was a criminal looking, they would have saw we went and we didn't have the money anymore. But that's why, and it's very common that happens in the banks in South America, Latin America. My sister works at a bank here in the States, and she told me that they had a complaint, something like very similar happened in South America. She thinks it was Colombia as well, Colombia or Peru. But guys, it's very common, man. So do everything online. My friend learned his lesson as well. He got robbed too. Do everything online. Don't freaking put yourself at risk like that. There's people that are out there that do organized crimes that they're not going to do petty thefts. That's why the majority of the people don't get robbed, because, they're not going to risk their lives for a cell phone, a chain, things like that, all these bloggers. But if they know, they think that you might have a good amount of money, they're going to rob you. And the worst part is that I messed up because it's not even my money. Legit, I shouldn't have even been there. I was just there with my friend. He told me, hey, you want me to drop you off? I was pretty bored. I was like, hey, I'll just come with you. We'll talk. We'll chop it up. I love talking. We have great conversations, networking and things like that. So I was like, hey, I'll go with you, man. But first of all, I shouldn't have been there. Second of all, man, it's a learning lesson, you guys. It happens. I can keep breaking it down, which I have been these last 2.5 weeks. But hey, I'm just grateful I'm alive. And main purpose for my video is I want to help you guys so that nothing like this happens to you guys, man. And that's with that being said, it's have the windows up. Don't taking out big amounts of money in an ATM. Period. You know, if you need a few, just guys, just don't, man. If you do, maybe a mil max, un millon, which is like $300. They're not gonna rob you for $300. They might, man, but give yourself better odds. You start taking out 10 million, 15 million.
Shoot, they'll rob you for anything. They'll rob you for $300. They'll rob you for less than that. Because robbers are opportunists. That's what they are. Guys, you gotta be careful. You got to be careful. You gotta be careful.
Ask a police to escort you. Say, hey, I don't feel safe. I want a police to escort me, or hire somebody, hire a bodyguard. I don't know, man, but give yourself the best odds, man. So this happened to me. Like I said, I'm grateful to be alive. I haven't changed my mind about Colombia. I'm here in the States because handling some business right now. I did see some properties that I'm gonna end up. I want to buy this property in Medellin, and I want to live there. I still believe that the good outweighs the bad, man. That could have happened anywhere. Here, you get school shootings, you get mass shootings, you get crimes as well, man. It happens anywhere in the world, man. But it is what it is, you guys. I'm just grateful to be alive to tell it. I did film a lot of content after that with my iPhone, which is what I'm filming with right now. I'm going to be posting all that content coming up. But I just did want to fill you guys in on, why I haven't been posting, what happened, really just taking care of my mental health, trying to lay low. And yeah, man, I hope that you guys stay safe. And man, just stay safe, fellas, ladies and gentlemen. I know you love to travel. I know that, you feel the magic as well in these countries, man. But you got to understand that they are third world countries, man. These people, they don't make a good living. You know it. And they will do whatever it takes, to feed their families, which I don't blame them, man. And I put myself in a bad position. I'm humble enough to accept it. And I paid for it, man. And now hopefully my mistakes can help some of you guys not go through that same thing with, the windows, with the banks, with the ATMs, with, just really laying low, which most people in Medellin do a very good job at that. But there's a lot of people that are going more and more lately. These Arabian people, white people, man, every people, man. But I don't know why personally, I've just seen more Arabian people that really are very flashy. And they're very crazy like that. And they're just a target, man. They don't even speak Spanish. And they're acting like this. And I think I just saw 3 people go missing from Morocco. A guy got drugged. That's a whole nother video, getting drugged, which thankfully, you guys, let me know if that's a video you guys would like to see. I've never ever been drugged. I've gone to about 6 countries in Central and South America, and I've gone on a lot of dates, met a lot of women, and I've been fortunate enough to never been robbed, because I feel like I have the knowledge on how to go about things so that you don't get robbed. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna make a video on that. How to filter out people, how to know if someone's probably trying to rob you, drug.
Yeah, I need you guys to do a favor to make sure you subscribe to his channel. Make sure you support him. I really appreciate him from giving us this information about staying safe in Medellin. And like I said, make sure one thing you don't want to do is have a lot of money, bringing a lot of money down there. Just bring the minimal as possible. And don't be flashy. Don't be wearing watches and gold chains or anything like that, because that will bring attention to you. And if you go to Bank of Colombia or any other bank, I mean, not just Bank of Colombia, but any bank, period, just be very cautious. Be extremely, extremely cautious. You know what I'm saying? Especially when you go over to a different country. Because that can get you into a lot of trouble.
You or not. But that's a whole nother video, you guys. All right, man, I got it out of my chest. Peace, you guys.